your number one source for high school sports. You're watching the Scenic Sports Network. Hello and welcome to Rip Hughes Stadium as we get set for the game between the Dothan Wolves and the Opelika Bulldogs. I am Nick Kirk along with my good friend Bob Gross, who we brought out of retirement and back up in the booth. Bob, good to have you here tonight.
Well, thank you. It's nice to call back in the old guys to come back in and have some fun here tonight at the ball game.
Yeah, this is a big game for both teams. Both teams need to win in order to keep their playoff hopes alive. Dothan comes into this game with a 5-3 record after a 5-1 start. Opelika comes in with a 5-3 record.
Well, they both started off strong and then stumbled. And so now that makes this game a must-win for both of them.
Yes, Dothan has lost their last 2 games at home and they were both region games. It was a good. Dothan had an opportunity to really guarantee them a place in the playoff if they could have won those other 2 games, home games, and win this one. But now, as it is, it's going to take some help from another one of the teams for Dothan to be in the playoffs this year. Now, Dothan can claim a playoff spot if Dothan wins out its remainder of its games, but they'll need either help from Prattville losing both games or with Enterprise losing the game. So they're in a tough situation. They're in a must-win situation.
Yeah, they got to have help from some other teams to knock off the teams that they need to lose. So we'll see how it comes out at the end of the night. And Dothan High, we'll see where they are. But first things first, they have to deal with Opelika.
You're exactly right. So as we get set to start, just kind of recapping the season for the Opelika Bulldogs. They're 5-3. They beat Callaway their first game 29-28. They defeated Robert E. Lee 31-7. Their biggest win of the season came with the 17-14 win over top-ranked Central. Then they lost to Prattville 24-21, fell to Theodore 34-24, and lost to Auburn. So they've lost 3 games in a row. They lost to Auburn 51-29, and they won over Smith Station 31-14, and they came up short against Enterprise last week by a score of 22-14. Now the Dothan Wolves, they come in with a 5-3 record. They started at 5-1, but they lost 2 consecutive games. They defeated Carroll of Ozark 45-19 in the opener. They defeated Robert E. Lee 42-14, lost to Auburn 42-14, won over Prattville by a score of 14-10, defeated Smith Station 57-43, won over Baker 43-15, and they lost to Central 35-28, and then they lost to Enterprise 51-28. We're set for the kickoff.
And it's a great night for football, Mitt. It's about 62 degrees out here at kickoff. Beautiful night, beautiful new stadium here.
Yeah, they have done a wonderful job at upgrading this stadium. The ball is taken on the 25-yard line, and it returns it out to about the 33. So Opelika will be starting at their own, I think about their own 33-yard line.
It looks like it's about the 31-yard line there.
Okay, it's going to be, they'll be starting on their own 31. First and 10 for the Bulldogs.
And 3 wideouts to the right.
So Dothan defensively, they've been a little weak on the back end. So we'll see if Opelika try to exploit Dothan's defensive backs. That's where they have been weak this year, and that's where they've been vulnerable. Quick pass out to number 3, and he takes it down to about the 39-yard line. So that brings up a 2nd and about 2. for the Bulldogs.
3 wide left this time.
Another quick out, and it's enough for a first down. That was completed over to number 23. That would be Caden Cooper. He's a 6'1", 170-pound senior. So it's a 1st and 10 from the 43. He drops back. There's a flag. He goes deep. Got a man open. And it's complete. And he takes it to the house, but there's a flag over on the far side of the field at the 30. They call a touchdown. We'll see what the flag is. It must have been against Dothan. That was a 56-yard touchdown pass.
Well,
the flag on the play.
That was a beautiful catch, throw and catch there at right on the money.
We're waiting on the call. Oh, it's so that was coming back, Bob.
It is against Opelika.
The call is against the Bulldogs.
Yeah, so it will be coming back. Lucky for Dothan, but that's the thing I've been mentioning, Bob. They have allowed the receivers to get behind them, and that time Dothan got a lucky break. So that one comes back, and it will back them up 5 yards. The Bulldogs back 5 yards.
That was well executed. We'll see whether they go back to the well again.
Delanio is the quarterback for Opelika, and he has an arm.
He certainly did on that play.
That would have been a 56-yard touchdown play, but it was called back.
Brings up a 1st down and 15.
So it's the 1st and 15. The ball inside the 40, at about the 39. A quick out again, and that time Dothan was right there to make the stop. And on the stop for Dothan was number 11 for the Wolves.
Well, that's the 3rd time they've run that play, and Dothan was ready for it that time.
That was Wilson, the senior linebacker.
Brings up a 2nd down and 18.
So a loss of another 3, so it brings up a 2nd and 18 for the Bulldogs. He fakes the drop back, and he goes deep. Wow. Incomplete. I tell you what, they're going to try to stretch this field out on Dothan, Bob.
They certainly did there. That was down the field about 35 yards.
You know, I guess they've been looking at film, and they've seen that that's one of Dothan's weak points. So Dothan's they've got to find a way to stop them from going deep like that, because
well, what they did those first 2 or 3 plays, doing a short throw to both sides with 3 receivers out there and drawing in the defenders, setting up the long throw.
3rd and 18. Dothan's playing close to the line. The safeties are not back. And the pass is complete, and they pick up a 1st down on a 3rd and 18. And they move it into Dothan territory.
Yeah.
I just mentioned before the play, Bob, the safeties didn't seem like they were back far enough.
Right. They were playing up close on that play.
So it's a 1st and 10 for the Bulldogs. The ball is at the 40-yard line. It's sitting at about the 38.
As you pointed out, the defense is playing pretty close. Everybody's up 7 yards, within 7 yards of the line.
1st and 10 for the Bulldogs. And looked like it was almost picked off, but they were able to hang on. That's Jamari Miller. with the reception. A gain of about 3, so it brings up a 2nd and 7. Ball sitting on the 35-yard line of the Bulldogs.
Brings up a second down and
Opelika has not run the ball yet.
They haven't felt the need to. You're exactly right, Bob.
That's exactly right.
Good,
That's right.
Good and slant, and they take it down to the 10, but there's a couple of flags that flew over on the sideline.
on the field. Number 16,
And I think it's going to be against Opelika. I think he may have stepped out of bounds.
Number 7,
I'm not sure.
Kevon
May have gone
Let's see what the head official says here. We couldn't tell. Maybe a late hit or.
No, I think it was against Opelika because that player was like, had the expression that he had messed up. So. Holding against Opelika. So.
Calling holding against the Bulldogs.
So 2 penalties have really hurt Opelika here early in the game.
Yes, they have, but they are moving.
Well, it's a first down. The ball's on the 25-yard line. He keeps it, and he just walks into the end zone from about 35 yards out. That was
Number 23,
yeah.
Cooper goes on to score for the Bulldogs.
Yes, he faked it to his running back, and he took off and went right up the middle. Maybe the defense was expecting another pass, and he slipped right past them.
So it brings extra point try here. Up. And it's good. So with 8:09 left in the first, Opelika goes up 7-0 over the Dothan Wolves. You're watching the Scenic Sports Network. Okay, Opelika scores, and without much of a challenge there, Dothan calls for the fair catch, and is taken by Octavius Thomas.
Well, we'll see whether or not the Dothan High School offense can answer that. That'll sure be a big boost to their defensive morale if they can drive the ball down the field. It would be great to keep the ball out on the field for a few minutes to let their defense have a rest.
Dothan will be starting on their own 30. And a flag on the very first play.
Well, I haven't seen a call yet.
Okay. The ref is getting feedback on his mic tonight. They probably need to turn it down a little bit, Bob. What you think?
Yeah, I've noticed that. We're trying to make it to the big leagues with the microphone for the referees, but it's not working yet.
Yeah, I think his mic is just pushed up too loud, so therefore it's feeding back.
Well, it looks like they got to have a conference here first, Mitt.
Yeah, I don't know.
They're either discussing what the call is or what they want to order for pizza at halftime.
Yeah.
Here's the call: illegal procedure.
It's against Dothan, so that's not the way you want to start off with a penalty on the first play from scrimmage, and it puts you behind the chain.
It certainly does. And I don't remember seeing a illegal procedure discussed that long before. So here we go, 1st and 15. We'll see how they do.
Now, I'm going to tell you, I know you haven't seen Dothan play this year, but they are very explosive, and they're very deep. They can put some points up on the board. Davidson at quarterback.
Another whistle.
One of the players, I don't know if something's wrong, but it may have been a uniform problem. He had to leave the game.
Not sure.
So key players you can watch for number one is Octavius Thomas and Zero Raymond Blackman. Those guys can do it all. They give it to Blackman, and he could take it any day of the week, anytime. And Blackman is still on his feet, and he's out of bounds at the 25-yard line.
Well, you're exactly correct. He took off right in the end, and hardly a hand was laid on him.
So that was about 45 yards, 44 yards on that run. And Bob, this guy, they list him on the roster as athlete. No particular position. That's because he can play any position.
Now that's from a throwback from the years before when they went both ways, offense and defense. Sounds like he can do it all.
There's Blackman, and he's going to be stopped at the line of scrimmage at the gain of maybe one. I think Opelika was looking for him to do it. But like I was saying earlier, Dothan's deep at running back. They can go 4 deep and not miss a beat.
2nd and 9 here. They're on the 25-yard line.
So Blackman and Thomas in the backfield. Blackman's taking a snap. They give it to the second man through. And he takes it down inside the 5. Number 19 is Zach Walker, who's had a really good season this year. Zach has. And that's another one of the things I was saying, Bob. They can hand it off to 3 or 4 deep, and they're able to do something with it. So Dothan's inside the 5-yard line at the 4-yard line. 7:07 left in the first. They're trailing 7-0. Thomas and Blackman in the backfield. Blackman keeps his step, follows his blockers, and he stops short of the goal line.
He got one hard yard, maybe 2.
So it brings up a 2nd and goal.
Trying to dance around through the middle there.
The ball's on the 3-yard line.
Well, Dothan certainly has not taken long to come down the field after that first 5-yard penalty, which set them back on the very first play.
This drive started on the Dothan 30-yard line, but looked like we had some movement.
Previous spot remains 2nd down.
Well, you got to fix that time, Mitt.
Yeah, I think he was away from the speakers. Yeah. So
Good.
That moved the ball out to about the 8-yard line. It'll be 2nd and goal from the 8. And they give it to Blackman, and he powers his way back inside the 5.
It looks like down about the 3-yard line, back to where they were.
Yeah, and Dothan has had, I think, 3 penalties on this drive.
Well, 2 or 3, right.
Yeah, I know at least 2.
The first one didn't hurt them, but this 5-yard one here, I did push them back, so now it's 3rd down and goal to go from the 4.
Dothan trailing 7-0. 5:54 left in the opening quarter. Davis in the backfield. And I tell you, the movement by the Opelika defense is giving Dothan's problems.
Snap. False start on the offense. That's a 5-yard penalty from the previous spot.
Yep. That's not the kind of thing that's going to make a coach happy.
No, and those kind of things really hurt you, especially when you're in the red zone and Dothan was within inside the 5-yard line. They were about the 3-yard line.
Right. Yeah.
And now they're back out at the 9.
Again, yeah, they started first and goal from inside the 5. 2 penalties have put them back out here.
So now it's a 3rd and goal from the 9. And another, let's see what the call is.
Another whistle.
Yeah, I don't know if it's a timeout or whistle.
Prior to the snap, ball start on the offense.
That doesn't help them.
5-yard penalty from the previous spot. Remains 3rd down.
So that's 3 in a row since they've been inside the 5.
Right.
Since they've had 1st and goal.
Yeah.
This is the kind of mistakes you can't make.
Exactly. Kind of thing that drives a coach crazy. So now back to around the 14-yard line with the 3rd and goal.
I think that the shifting by the Opelika defense is giving Dothan some problems. And a big play by number 46 of Opelika. And Dothan has a 4th down ball back out to the 20-yard line. This should have been a touchdown, a very easy touchdown, but what was that, 3-4 penalties in a row?
Right. Yep. Penalties are killing them here, so they're going to have to try a 42-yard field goal here. But that last play on the tackle, it looked like it might have been a horse collar or something, but it was hard to tell. It went down in a hurry.
And it's blocked. Wow. That's a confidence builder there, Bob. You shut him down inside the 5, and then you block the field goal attempt.
Yep.
Wow, that was a wasted possession.
A wasted opportunity. You're right, the motion of the defense is what caused those offensive guys to jump and get the illegal penalties. And it came up empty.
So Opelika will be taken over at the 23-yard line, their own 23.
They're starting out in the same formation again with 3 receivers wide left.
And that's what they're going to try to do all night is go deep. So Dothan needs to come up with a big play. He goes deep. And a good defensive play that time for Dothan.
Yes, he was with him step for step this time.
Yeah, that was number 7 for the Wolves, and he did an excellent job because that would have been a touchdown. That was Kevion Drury.
Good defensive play there.
So it brings up a 2nd and 10. That's right, you got to challenge them. You just can't let them roam around free.
Well, they've got a receiver spread all over the field again.
Incomplete across the middle.
Well, the receiver had a chance to get that one, and he should have caught that one and could have had a 5 or 6 yard gain, but he bobbled it, and the Dothan defender was right there to knock it loose.
So it brings up a 3rd and 10. This is a huge 3rd down for Dothan. They can't allow them to keep this drive going.
Yes, this would be a big confidence builder for the defense to get them off the field. And it looks like Opelika is going to take a timeout.
Yeah, with 4:32 left in the first, the score is Opelika 7, Dothan nothing. You're watching the Scenic Sports Network. Okay, it's a 3rd and 10 for the Opelika Bulldogs. They had a 3rd and 19 on their last possession, and they were able to get a 1st down.
And that time they went right across the middle on that other play. Let's see what they do this time.
That time, Dothan put some pressure on the quarterback, and he wasn't able to just sit back and wait till his receiver got open and complete the pass. So it brings up a 4th down.
Exactly. Plus the Dothan defensive back was there right with the receiver. So that's good, 3 and out. That'll help the defense build a little more confidence.
And back deep for Dothan is Raymond Blackman, number 0, and number 9, Braxton Hornsby. Both of these guys have a lot of speed. And I tell you what, if they kick it to Blackman, they probably kick away from him.
Well, probably try to, but you never know where it's going to go. This is high school football. It's always fun.
We'll see if they try to fake the punt. I'm always looking for a fake, Bob. He gets off a good high punt. Fair catch by Blackman.
That was a good punt, all the way back to around the 45, 44, 45-yard line. Good high punt, good coverage.
So Dothan defense did a really good job after the offense squandered an opportunity to score. But I tell you what, watch, they're going to take it right back down there, Bob.
We have faith that
Yes.
3 and out, you're not going to get any better than that. So that should also be a confidence booster for the offense.
Dothan's great field position. They're starting at their own 45-yard line.
Exactly.
And there go, what did I tell you? There's the all things, all man, Blackman. He takes it.
About 16 yards, I think.
Yeah, he takes it across midfield and gets a 1st down to the 40-yard line.
Excellent run. A little twisting and turning.
So Peterson's now in the backfield, number 5, along with Blackman. And they snap it directly to Peterson. He follows his blocker up the middle, and he picks up about 3 or 4.
He was patient that time to wait for his blocking to develop there.
So it brings up a 2nd and 6, a gain of 4.
2nd down and 6.
For the Wolves. They're scoreless. We're down to 3:32 left in the first. Opelika leads it 7-0. Dothan had the ball inside the 5-yard line, and consecutive penalties really stalled that drive. A spin out by Blackman, and he takes it for another Dothan 1st down.
Wow. Just did a great job of getting out of their grasp and keeping his momentum going forward.
Yeah, he's some kind of athlete, Bob. He is. Peterson in the backfield with Blackman. He gives it to Peterson, and he goes forward, and he stopped just inside the 20.
About a 4-yard gain there.
They're going to mark it at the 20.
The Dothan coaches are doing a good job of mixing it up, going inside and outside.
That time, I think Opelika was ready for that one.
Yes, they were. About a yard loss on that play.
Yeah, that was Zach Walker. He's a sophomore running back, but he's an excellent running back.
And these handoffs are kind of like a misdirection going around the other side. And 3 or 4 of them have been very successful. 2 or 3 of them have been stopped for 1 or 2 yards.
So the ball is sitting just shy of the 20-yard line. That was a loss of 1, so it brings up
about 3rd and 6.
So Dothan wants a timeout. So with 2:22 left in the first, the score is Opelika 7, Dothan nothing. You're watching the Scenic Sports Network. Your number 1 source for high school sports. You're watching the Scenic Sports Network. Third and 6. The ball just shy of the 20-yard line. Davis is back in at quarterback in the backfield. With him is Peterson.
Well, this might be 4-down territory based on the fact that the last kick was blocked.
And it's complete. And it's going to be close to a first down. I tell you what, Blackman, he can catch, he can run, he can do a little of it all. But they're going to be short by 1. Let's bring up a 4th and 1, and I dare to say they'll go for it.
I would think so.
Back into the game is Thomas, and also in is Zach Walker, number 19.
The front defensive line for Opelika, those are pretty stout young men. We'll see who gets the better push here.
Dothan doing a lot of shifting.
And I can't tell who came across.
A penalty.
Can't tell if Opelika came across, if they were drawn off sides.
Snap infraction on the offense. That's a 5-yard penalty from the previous spot. Remains 4th down.
These penalties have stalled 2 of their drives, Bob, in the red zone.
Well, I tell you, that coach is going to need another bottle of Tagamet before this game's over with all these penalties.
So it's a 4th
and 6 instead of 4th and 1.
Yeah. Well,
concentration.
So Dothan turned it over on downs.
That was incomplete. It's
yeah.
Okay, a late signal there.
Yeah, incomplete. So Dothan turns it over on downs. They have been in the red zone twice, and penalties have stalled and ended their drives both times.
Right. Self-inflicted wounds.
They are. So Opelika will be starting at their own 19.
Well, let's see if the defense can get another 3 and out. So they got 4 wide receivers out to the right this time.
And they're going to keep putting the pressure on the defensive back. And that time Dothan did a good job of stopping number 23. And that is Caden Cooper. He was able to pick up about 4.
Yeah, they haven't run the ball much. They did stop him after a 4-yard gain. This time all 4 receivers are bunched up on the left side in close. Now they're shifting around.
They're going to try to overload that side of the field and go to the other side. And that carry was by number 3 for the Bulldogs. That was Jamari Miller. He picks up a first down. The ball's out to the 41-yard line.
That was a well-designed play.
So it'll be first and 10 from the 41. They will have to snap the ball before the end of the quarter. We're down to 17 seconds in the quarter. He keeps it and goes forward to about the 45. That was the number 23 again, Caden Cooper. And that will be the last play of the first. So we've come to the end of one, and the score is Opelika 7, Dothan nothing. We'll be back with the second quarter of action after this timeout. You're watching the Scenic Sports Network.
Your number one source for high school sports. You're watching the Scenic Sports Network.
At Badcock Home Furniture and More, we're overflowing with sofas ready for delivery. So there was really only one thing to do. Have a super sofa sale. Hurry in to save up to 50% on stylish stationary sofas. Plus, save up to $1,000 on reclining sofas and up to $900 on leather power sofas. All with no credit needed. Don't miss the Super Sofa Sale happening now. Only at Badcock Home Furniture and More. Just right.
Welcome to Briars Warren Drug Company, your hometown pharmacy in downtown Enterprise. If you haven't visited lately, please do. You'll see some old friends and meet some new friends too. We know you're busy and we can help by getting you in and out in no time at all. If you need a vaccination, you can get it done right here in the pharmacy. We're here to help you in any way we can because that's what good neighbors do. Briars Warren Drug Company in downtown Enterprise. You can count on us.
How does the bank make you feel at home?
It's actually looking forward to going inside a bank again, where there's a unique feeling of hospitality that's hard to find today, anywhere. It's where they know my name and they know what I need. It's just different than any other bank. Oh, and they even know my favorite kind of cookie.
Yep, that's how.
Personal attention and unexpected hospitality from River Bank and Trust. Experience it.
Lewis Smith Supply is dedicated to offering a vast collection of fixtures, faucets, and accessories for your kitchen and bath. Make your dreams a reality. Step into the area's only Kohler Premier showroom or see Delta's Brizo collection for the latest trends in kitchen and bathroom designs. Lewis Smith Supply offers an extensive line of plumbing supplies for contractors or do-it-yourselfers. For more inspiration, come visit one of our showrooms in Dothan or Enterprise.
Hello and welcome back to Refuge Stadium as we begin the second quarter play between Opelika Bulldogs and the Dothan Wolves. The Bulldogs are leading 7-0 and they have a 2nd and 6 at the 45-yard line. Mitt Kirk along with Bob Gross bringing you the action tonight. He keeps it up the middle and we have a flag. We'll have to see what the call is.
Looks like it's holding on Opelika.
Holding against the Bulldogs.
And that's what you would guess, being thrown right at the offensive line area.
Right.
So that looked like just a design run straight at the middle by the quarterback, and he had a good gain.
They have Caden Cooper, who's a wide receiver running back, playing quarterback right now. So it brings up a 2nd and 14 after the penalty. And the running back slipped down as he was being pursued by the Dothan defenders. That was Jamari Miller, and he loses more yards.
Well, he was trying to do some stunts and spin around. He lost his footing, and that was good for Dothan.
So it brings up a 3rd and 18 for the Opelika Bulldogs.
We'll see what they do. They picked up 3rd and 18 before. Let's see what they do this time.
Yeah, they did. They're going to try to go deep. But they got to put some pressure on the quarterback and not just let him sit there and have time to find his receivers. Good stop that time by Dothan. They were ready for that one. That was number 18, TK Knight, on the stop. He's a sophomore defensive back.
Well, they were playing a little bit soft because they had 18 yards to deal with, but they got him down as soon as he caught the ball.
So it's a 4th down and 12. Back D for Dothan is Braxton Hornsby and Raymond Blackman.
That's a good punt. That's a high punt.
And Blackman takes it at about the 22.
That's about a 40-yard punt. Excellent hang time. Opelika's got himself a good punter.
Yes, so Opelika had to punt. So Dothan will be starting at their own 32. Davis in at quarterback. He hands it off. And there's Peterson. He gets a block. He gets across midfield and is knocked out of bounds at the 45-yard line of Opelika.
Good run there. Great design play. They got outside in a hurry. They were downfield 15, 20 yards before they had any contact.
That was about a 22-yard run, Bob.
Excellent.
So it brings up a first and 10 from the just outside the 45. And Dothan's got to make sure they finish this time. They've been in the red zone 3 times, Bob, and penalties have set them back. Blackman drives ahead up near the 40.
About 5 yards there. Yeah, their mental mistakes have been what have stopped them. The Opelika defense did not stop them. It was their mental mistakes.
Davis back in at quarterback. Peterson in the backfield with Davis. And another penalty. That's what stopped every one of their drives.
Snap. False start on the offense.
So how many of those have we seen, Bob? Way too many.
Exactly. Bless her. Well, I just, you can tell I'm a Southern fellow. Bless their heart. Got to concentrate there.
So it's a 2nd and 11. Davis takes the snap. He goes deep. And he was trying to connect with Braxton Hornsby. It was incomplete.
A little bit high. It was well defended as well.
Dothan is not much of a passing team, but you have to pass the ball to keep the defense honest.
You do, and stretch them out.
So it brings up a 3rd and 10.
Well, they've got the horses to make these kind of runs, you know. These guys are fleet of foot. They can do it, even on the running game.
The play clock down to 5 seconds. Man in motion. And Dothan wants a timeout. And while we have a timeout, I want to tell you about our YouTube channel. Just go to YouTube and in the search bar, type in Scenic Sports Network. We have close to 300 high school football, basketball, and other sports from the past 20-plus years. Or you can just hold your phone up to the, we have the QR code on the screen right now, and it will take you straight to our YouTube channel. But make sure when you go there, hit the subscribe and notification button. When you subscribe, it helps us grow our YouTube channel, and you will be notified whenever there's new content put up on our YouTube channel. We add new content every week. So go to our YouTube channel and make sure you subscribe and tell all your friends to subscribe too. We go back 20 years. I was watching a Northview and Opelika game the other day. I think it was from like 2000 and the middle 2000s. It may have been 09. Northview had lost 39 straight games, and they won that game over our favorite Opelika. So there's some classic games on our YouTube channel.
Oh, yeah, it's always fun to go back and look at those. Okay, 3rd down and 10, and we'll see what they pull out of the hat here.
Davis is the quarterback. He's alone in the backfield. And he was pressured, and it's incomplete, almost intercepted.
Yeah, I think they're a little like there might have been some miscommunication on the route. And 4th down and 10. Well, they moved the ball. Opelika will be more than likely back inside the 20 after this punt.
Back deep for Opelika is number 3, Jamari Miller. Good high punt. Fair catch at about the 18-yard line.
Okay, the punter did his job, so the defense has done a good job the last couple of times.
The punt was by Adam Watford. So that is actually the first possession for Dothan that they didn't get in red zone. So Opelika will be starting at their own 18.
After that first long drive, Mitt, the Dothan defense seems to have maybe figured out some of Opelika's tendencies. So we'll see what happens here. They're spread out all over the field once again.
Delanio is the quarterback. He hands it off. And a good solid tackle that time by Dothan. That was number 3 for Dothan on the stop. Salter.
About a 3-yard gain.
What are they going to say about a 4? So to bring up a 2nd and 6. Ball is on the 22-yard line. They hand it off again, and he goes forward, but he's going to be short of the first down. On that stop for Dothan was number 28, Kendall Brewer.
Yeah, they still have a chance to stop him on 3 and out.
So it's a 3rd and 2 for the Bulldogs. Cooper in the backfield, and they hand it to him, and he should have enough for a first down.
Yeah, just enough, but he plowed ahead to about the 30. You notice Opelika's, the way they're calling their plays, all the players are looking over to the sideline in between every play. And the plays are obviously being called from the sideline over there. No huddle.
So it's a 1st and 10 from the 29-yard line. They hand it off again. And a good run that time.
That was a good run, but Dothan High had some missed tackles. They could have stopped him around the 32, 33, and he slipped past those defenders. He got out to about 38.
That was Calvin Hughley on the carry. It's going to bring up a 2nd and 3. Wow, how did he catch that? But we have a flag back over in front of the Dothan bench, so I'm not sure what it was. Looks like an illegal man downfield.
Tackled by number 7.
That was quite a catch.
It was. The defender was right on him that time, but it was a perfect throw and a perfect catch.
That's worth the replay, even though it's a penalty.
We'll see what the call is. I think it's going to be against Opelika.
Illegal participation on the offense. That's a 15-yard penalty from the previous spot.
Is that too many men on the field?
I believe so, Bob.
Okay.
I don't know if somebody didn't get off the field in time or what.
I guess. That's Dothan's good fortune there.
That was huge.
They've shot themselves in the foot a time or many times. Of course, Opelika did that on the very first drive of that penalty that called the touchdown back, but 15-yarders. That puts them way back there behind the chains.
So that will move the ball. Let's see, they're still marching off the yards back to about the 21-yard line.
Okay, to make it about
second and about
18 or something.
They need to get to the 39. Yeah. Second and 18.
Yeah, it might be a Mississippi State graduate, but my math wasn't too bad. Back to the air.
They do a little screen pass. Missed tackle. And we have a flag. And we'll see what the call is. There's a lot of laundry flying tonight, Bob.
You're right. You're exactly right. They're going to have to watch it.
Now, Opelika's pointing toward Dothan. Dothan's pointing toward Opelika. We'll wait for the official word. Face mask against Dothan.
Oh, man. Well, that doesn't. It kind of wipes out the other penalty, doesn't it?
Yeah.
I bet you and I were old enough that when we were in high school, the penalty flags were red instead of yellow.
Yeah.
So yellow is a whole lot easier to see.
I guess that was a inadvertent face mask because
only 5 yards.
Yeah, it was only 5 yards.
Okay.
Yeah, and it's not a first down. Hughley is in the backfield with quarterback. Second and about 9. And it's complete. That pass was complete over to Jamari Miller.
And they move the chains. That was a simple route, good execution, down and out. First down.
Brody Jones is in at quarterback. But then, let's see, I think it's going back to number 23 is back in. Cooper. Boy, he is hit. And he is hit hard by Packer Wolves. And on that stop was number 24 and number 3. Number 3 is Salter, and number 24 is Myers.
Yeah, Dothan got a much better push up front that time than did Opelika.
So it's a 2nd and 8. And boy, I tell you what, number 23, he is fast. He was able to pick up the first down. And
yeah, he ran right through some arm tackles there. And, Dothan High had a chance to bring him down, but he ran.
Well, it's coming back.
On the field.
On the offense. That's a 5-yard penalty.
Well, both coaches have used a lot of tag at tonight.
Yeah, because both teams have been shooting themselves in the foot. 5:56 left in the first half. Opelika holding on to a 7-0 lead. And so that brings up a 2nd down and 13. They're trying to spread the field. Quarterback keeps it. That time, Cooper keeps it, and he's hit after gain of about 3.
Short gain.
Out to the 40. It brings up a 3rd and 10. This is a big 3rd down for Dothan. They need to make a stop here. They can't afford to give up any more points. And a sack! Big time sack that time for Dothan. And we said they needed to make a play. And I believe that was Salter. It's number 3. Yes, it was. Salter with the sack. Curry and Salter.
That's going to make it about 4th down and 18 yards to go. So punting situation. Great job of surging ahead and sacking the quarterback.
So Dothan takes a fair catch at the 36-yard line. Defensively, they're doing a lot better, Bob.
After that first series, they have done very well. And of course, Opelika, like Dothan, they're shooting themselves in the foot with some penalties, but the defense has done much, much better.
They really have. So let's see. Dothan will be starting.
Alabama State band will be here doing a post-game show.
At the 36.
Well, it's about 4.5 minutes left in the first half, and they've got time to go down the field and score, tie this game up going into halftime.
And they need to go down and score, Bob. It's not a want, this is a need. Boy, was that complete?
What a catch.
Yeah.
Wow. Well, the quarterback threw that as he was getting hit going down. He threw it before the receiver had even turned around. They turned around and the receiver caught it.
And that was Jaden Taylor on the reception.
That was high-level play right there.
And it gives Dothan a first down, 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. They own 49. 4:01 left here in the opening half. Dothan trailing 7-0 to the Opelika Bulldogs. Blackman keeps it. He gets to the outside. He's turned on the afterburners, and he takes it all the way inside the 30 for the first down. Wow, Blackman.
Excellent run.
He can make plays, Bob.
You certainly can. And
I don't know if he has any major colleges looking at him. If not, they need to be. Peterson goes forward.
Straight up the middle.
He picks up, probably about, it'll be 4. Ball's at the 23-yard line.
Brings up a 2nd down and 7.
That was about a 20-yard gain by Blackman. And a good run that time. It should be enough for a first down.
Well, he slipped between several defenders to keep driving forward to get down there for that first down yardage.
Well, Zach Walker, they're going to say he's a yard short. 31, and this is the 3rd time Dothan has been in the red zone, and they have come up empty each time because of penalties.
And we'll see how their mental concentration is down here.
Peterson in the backfield with Blackman. Peterson drives forward. He has the first down.
Good surge by the Dothan front line there, 3 or 4 yard gain.
Number 5, Peterson.
They just needed 1, and they picked up about 3. So the ball's inside the 15. It's sitting just right on the 15-yard line. Davis back in at quarterback. In the backfield with him is Blackman.
Oh.
And Blackman breaks a tackle. Well, he saved a few yards. He almost got away. But another missed opportunity. Instead of being first down inside the 15, now it's 2nd down back out at the 36-yard line.
Yeah, at least he did save the turnover, and he regained about 3 yards after he picked it up. You thought maybe he was going to get away and keep going.
He almost did.
That would have been exciting.
Well, the officials are discussing something. I don't see a flag.
Yeah. These officials have done a lot of talking tonight.
Oh, it was a penalty against Opelika.
Oh, must have been.
May have been a face mask. We'll see.
Face mask or late hit or something.
On the defense.
I didn't get it. Did you get it?
No, I didn't. Well.
So it puts Dothan back in much better
And
position.
apparently it was an automatic first down, whatever it was, because it's back down to 1st and 10 from the 21-yard line.
Well, no, it's second. Second and about 15.
Oh, I see. They didn't change the scoreboard. I got you. Yeah, 2nd and 15.
Brings up a 2nd and 16.
1:41 left in the half. Dothan's trailing 7-0 on their third trip to the red zone, and they have just not been able to finish things tonight, Bob.
Exactly. They've been their own worst enemy down here, and miscues, and hopefully they can punch it in. Minute 41 to go before halftime.
And another penalty. So I don't know what happened. But
well, let's see if we can pick this one up. That's really strange. I don't know. No signal.
Timeout, Bulldogs.
So Opelika wants a timeout with 1:41 left in the first half.
Yeah, that was a strange turn of events.
Yes, it has been, and it's been an interesting game so far, Bob. I'll tell you, the way Opelika came out looked like they was going to run away with Dothan, but then Dothan came back and took the ball inside the 5-yard line.
It's like there's been a lot of extremes. They
Yes.
both moved the ball up and down the field, and then they both have had miscues and mental mistakes, which has stopped their drives, mainly Dothan down inside the red zone.
So Dothan has a minute 41 to do something with it. They have a 2nd and about 6. They need to get down to about the 4-yard line to get a first down. And they're very capable. They just can't make mistakes. I think the Opelika defense shifting has given them some problems. But just stay there. Don't move. Don't move.
Exactly. Now, I think defensively, after that first series, Dothan High has done a better job defensively than Opelika. Because Dothan High has managed to move the ball up and down the field.
Yeah, so the officials are over talking to the Opelika coach.
I can see why. I didn't quite understand those last two penalties myself.
Yeah.
We missed a call.
Yeah, so that's...
So it's about 2nd down, and I'm not sure what it is. Have they moved the marker yet?
It's 2nd and 6.
Okay, 2nd and 6.
Yeah, the ball's at the 11-yard line. Let's see if the referee says anything here. Okay. 2nd and 6 for the Wolves. And Gleitman is still going. Whoa.
Looks like you drove ahead to around the 6 or 7 yard line. Hard to tell.
Yeah, it was kind of hard to tell. I think they're going to say he's about a yard short of the first down. The ball's just shy of the 5-yard line, so it's a 3rd and 2.
This is a beautiful facility, and because it's a dual-use stadium for soccer, you got those soccer lines down there. It kind of throw you off.
Yeah, I know. I think he's going to be short of the first down. He didn't move the pile at all. It's going to be 4th down.
So, Coach, what you going to do? You going for it? You going to kick?
Well, they're going to go for it. 4th and 1. Blackman in the backfield. And he just takes it up the middle. He gets the first down. And but he's shy of the goal line.
Down about the 2-yard line.
So it'll be 1st and goal for the Wolves. 16 seconds left. They better keep their eye on the clock.
That's right.
Let's see. Dothan has no more timeouts. That was their last timeout, Bob.
Well, after this play,
wow.
If it's a running play, then they're going to have to get up in a hurry and run it. But they've got enough time to run 2 running plays if they need to.
Yeah. They need to go and punch it in on this play. Wow, they have run out of timeouts. And this is is this that 3rd or 4th trip to the red zone?
I think this is their 4th trip down there.
Yeah, I think you're right. 4th trip to the red zone and their 2nd trip within the 5-yard line. But you know Blackman's going to get it.
Well, give it to your best guy. Let him make a play. Pretty simple. But your offensive front has got to move that defensive line, and Opelika's got a good defensive line. Those young men have some size on them. So we'll see who has a stronger wheel here.
Touchdown, Blackman. From 2 yards out. We've talked about him, Bob. We keep talking about him.
Well, they finally made it. 10 seconds left on the scoreboard that have a chance to tie it up here before halftime.
Blackman takes it in from 2 yards out. With 9 seconds left in the half. Here's the extra point attempt. Up. And it's good.
And it's good.
So with 9 seconds left in the first half, is Opelika 7 and Dothan 7. You're watching the Scenic Sports Network. And that was about a 64-yard drive. And it was finished off by a 2-yard touchdown run by Blackman. So Dothan needs to hang on for 9 seconds here in the half. And we got a big show coming up, a post-game show. We have the Alabama State University Marching Hornets band here tonight.
Well, that'll be a fun thing. Let's see whether they squib it or what are they doing here. Yeah, kind of a fair catch thing there. So still 9 seconds to go, but that's 9 seconds is a long time for that quarterback for Opelika. He has a big arm.
Yeah, and you better believe they're going to try to do something in 9 seconds.
So I hope Dothan High puts somebody way back here about 30, 40 yards back.
Yeah.
Because that young man has a good arm, as we saw in the first quarter. And there they go. He got somebody back out in center field there. No, it looks like they're going to take the knee unless that's a trick formation. They took the knee. Okay.
Yeah. So Opelika decides to go into halftime tied up. They take a knee. So we've come to halftime, and the score is the Dothan Wolves 7, the Opelika Bulldogs 7. We'll be back with halftime activities after this timeout. You're watching the Scenic Sports Network.
Your number one source for high school sports. You're watching the Scenic Sports Network.
How does the bank make you feel at home?
It's actually looking forward to going inside a bank again, where there's a unique feeling of hospitality that's hard to find today, anywhere. It's where they know my name and they know what I need. It's just different than any other bank. Oh, and they even know my favorite kind of cookie.
Yep, that's how.
Personal attention and unexpected hospitality from River Bank and Trust. Experience it.
Lewis Smith Supply is dedicated to offering a vast collection of fixtures, faucets, and accessories for your kitchen and bath. Make your dreams a reality. Step into the area's only Kohler Premier Showroom or see Delta's Brizo collection for the latest trends in kitchen and bathroom designs. Lewis Smith Supply offers an extensive line of plumbing supplies for contractors or do-it-yourselfers. For more inspiration, come visit one of our showrooms in Dothan or Enterprise.
Your family's health is vitally important to all of us here at Center Drugs and Enterprise in Daleville.
We provide personal service and answers to your questions because you're our neighbors.
It's so easy to become overwhelmed by what you read, see, or hear, and that's why Center Drugs is here to make things clear for you
and to make things as easy as possible. So give us a call or come by and see us
at Center Drugs in Enterprise or in Daleville.
At Badcock Home Furniture and More, we're overflowing with sofas ready for delivery. So there was really only one thing to do. Have a super sofa sale! Hurry in to save up to 50% on stylish stationary sofas. Plus, save up to $1,000 on reclining sofas. And up to $900 on leather power sofas. All with no credit needed. Don't miss the super sofa sale happening now. Only at Badcock Home Furniture and More. Just right.
At Enterprise Paint and Industrial, we carry a full line of Benjamin Moore paints, along with automotive paints and accessories by Sherwin-Williams and ProSpray. You will find a great selection of power tools by Makita and many name brand air tools, accessories, woodworking equipment, and hardware. We are your factory authorized service center and full line repair shop for your electrical and air tools. Newly remodeled, locally owned and operated, Enterprise Paint and Industrial, more than a paint store.
We welcome everyone to Riverview Stadium tonight. Tonight is senior night. Tonight we recognize the football players, the cheerleaders, the band, and ROTC. So we look forward to a great night here. So let's begin with a night congratulating all of our seniors. Kicking off, number 0, Raymond Blackman, escorted by parents Renee and Michael Blackman. Number 1, Octavius Thomas, escorted by Mr. and Mrs. Robert and Mary Thomas. Number 3, Corian Salter, escorted by Mr. Enrico Leak and Miss Gwendolyn Leak. Number 8, Kenya Moore, escorted by stepfather and mother, Mr. and Ms. Godfrey. Number 9, Braxton Hornsby, escorted by April Dixon. He is the son of the late Marcus Hornsby. Number 11, Torian Wilson, escorted by Endele Walker. Number 12, Carter Davis, escorted by Mr. and Mrs. Bryant and Dawn Davis. Number 13, Camille Jones, escorted by Jamari Thomas and Deshauna Fields. Number 17, Adam Watford, escorted by his mother, Michelle Watford. Number 23, John Turner, escorted by Kokisha Small and John Turner Sr. Number 28, Kenrell Brewer, escorted by Lakeisha Brewer. Number 30, Justin Gaskins, escorted by Ms. Danielle Swain. Number 32, Jackson Hunter Brown, escorted by his mother, Miss Sheena Cassidy. Number 52, Michael Carter, escorted by Tanisha and Michael Carter. Number 53, Michael Chapman, escorted by Natalie Chapman. Number 56, Jamaria Stanyard, escorted by grandmother Beverly Stanyard, great-grandmother Beatrice Stanyard, and Aunt Pamela Stanyard. Number 58, Oba Jackson, escorted by Mr. Corey and Ms. Tatum Jackson. Number 61, Lamarian Durr, escorted by Terrence and Letishka Callaway. Number 70, Cassius Brady, escorted by Chastity Brady and Rochester Johnson. Number 73, Marcus McClure, escorted by Jimmy Reynolds and Alvo Reynolds. Number 77, Devion Howard, escorted by his cousin, Courtney Jackson. Number 84, Titus Rambo, escorted by Jamaica Johnson and Mr. Ellison Rambo. Number 95, Antoine Green, escorted by his mother, Annie Helms, and father, Ernest Green. Let's give all our senior football players a big round of applause. Next up, our cheerleaders. Jemiah Scruggs is escorted by her parents, Eric Johnson and Alicia Baker, and sister Regina Baker. Brooke Davis is escorted by her grandfather, Bill Register. Ella Brooke Childers is escorted by parents Scott and Charla Silver. Mackenzie Ford is escorted by her parents Reginald and Shanika Ford. Let's give our cheerleaders a big round of applause. And now for our band. Ben Ayers, escorted by his mother, Mrs. Ayers, and his brothers. Deegan Benjamin. Deegan is escorted by her parents, Deshaun and Shelley Benjamin. Anaya Daniels. Anaya is escorted by her mom, Carissa Daniels, her sister Kensington Daniels, and her sister Adriana Weatherington. Demaya Davis. Demaya is escorted by Adrian and Nakaris Davis. Benita Grubbs. Benita is escorted by Mrs. Tammy Walker. Madeline Hughes. Madeline's escorted by Josh and April Hughes. Virginia Messenger. Virginia is escorted by her parents, Dan and Victoria Messenger. Ayana Norton. Ayana is escorted by Mr. Gary Norton, father, and Mr. Lonnie Whitfield, father. Zoe Little Springer. Zoe is escorted by her dad, Alfonso Little Springer. Zoe is also a member of the ROTC. Antonio Rodriguez. Antonio is escorted by Mr. Antonio Rodriguez and Mrs. Nira Rodriguez. Colby Rowell is escorted by his mother, Deidre Carey, and stepmother, Charlotte Carey. Cormeria Standard. Cormeria is escorted by Ms. Tanisha Mitchell and Mr. James Standard. Amir Thompson. Amir is escorted by Arnez and Marissa Thompson. Let's give our band members a big round of applause. Now for our ROTC seniors. Cadet Sergeant Christina Joyce, escorted by Lakeisha Brooks. Cadet Sergeant Tyra Mercer, escorted by parents Mr. Dennis and Ms. Sarah Mercer. Cadet Captain
And Williams, escorted by his mother, Mrs. Amanda Williams.
Cadet Major Jade Urban, escorted by his mother, Mrs. Jenny Urban.
On behalf of Dr. Dennis Coe, Superintendent of Dothan City Schools, Dr. Samuel Bland, Principal of Dothan High School, and Dothan Music Supervisor, Mr. Scott Falk, we proudly present the Dothan High School Proud of the Wolfpack Marching Band. The 2022 DH Band is under the field direction of Drum Major Jenny Messenger. Tonight's show is The Music of the Stars, opening with the Krypton fanfare, You Are the Sunshine of My Life, Rocket Man, Gustav Holst's Mars, and Elton John's Don't Let the Sun Go Down on Me. Ladies and gentlemen, the Dothan High School Marching Band.
What was that?
This is a new and strange environment first, suddenly finding yourself in orbit.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Dothan High School Marching Band.
your #1 source for high school sports. You're watching the Scenic Sports Network.
Lewis Smith Supply is dedicated to offering a vast collection of fixtures, faucets, and accessories for your kitchen and bath. Make your dreams a reality. Step into the area's only Kohler Premier showroom or see Delta's Brizo collection for the latest trends in kitchen and bathroom designs. Lewis Smith Supply offers an extensive line of plumbing supplies for contractors or do-it-yourselfers. For more inspiration, come visit one of our showrooms in Dothan or Enterprise.
Welcome to Briars Warren Drug Company, your hometown pharmacy in downtown Enterprise. If you haven't visited lately, please do. You'll see some old friends and meet some new friends too. We know you're busy and we can help by getting you in and out in no time at all. If you need a vaccination, you can get it done right here in the pharmacy. We're here to help you in any way we can because that's what good neighbors do. Briars Warren Drug Company in downtown Enterprise. You can count on us.
At Badcock Home Furniture and More, we're overflowing with sofas ready for delivery. So there was really only one thing to do. Have a super sofa sale. Hurry in to save up to 50% on stylish stationary sofas. Plus, save up to $1,000 on reclining sofas. And up to $900 on leather power sofas. All with no credit needed. Don't miss the super sofa sale happening now. Only at Badcock Home Furniture and More. Just right.
How does the bank make you feel at home?
It's actually looking forward to going inside a bank again, where there's a unique feeling of hospitality that's hard to find today, anywhere. It's where they know my name and they know what I need. It's just different than any other bank. Oh, and they even know my favorite kind of cookie.
Yep, that's how.
Personal attention and unexpected hospitality from River Bank and Trust. Experience it.
Hello and welcome back to Rip Stadium as we are set to begin the second half of play between the Dothan Wolves and the Opelika Bulldogs. I am Mick Kirkland along with Bob Gross tonight. And Bob, it was a pretty interesting first half if we have to say the least.
Well, it had a lot of action. That both offenses played well, although I think in total yards, probably Dothan High had the most yards. Dothan High's defense settled down after that first long series. And here's the kickoff.
It's taken at the 20-yard line. And he gets it outside. He gets about 1 yard on the return.
He ran about 30 yards across the field to get that 1 yard. There you go.
That was Dury on the return. The score is tied at 7 apiece. Dothan, Opelika scored first with 8:09 left in the first on a 35-yard run by Cooper, and Dothan scored with 9 seconds left in the first half on a 2-yard run by Blackman.
Right, you know, a 7-7 score after the first half is very appropriate. Both teams moved the ball, and both teams made mental mistakes and miscues and stopped themselves.
Dothan started at their own 21. And Peterson picks up a couple of yards. Going to give him 2, so it brings up a 2nd and 8. Dothan got in the red zone, I believe, 4 times and wound up with only 7 points because of penalties.
Penalties, mental mistakes. We'll see whether Opelika made some adjustments on defense to stop this good running game that Dothan High has.
Quick out to Blackman, and nothing there. They scoped that one out pretty good.
They did. Not anywhere to go.
And Blackman, we talked about him. He had an outstanding first half. We don't have the yards or anything like that, but he made a lot of plays.
He did.
So that was
3rd and 10.
And they lost a couple of yards on that play. This is not the way you want to start the second half, Bob. If you have the ball first, you want to drive down the field.
Right, exactly. Let's see what they can do here. There we go.
Davis goes deep. Oh, but a flag. That time, all-around guy, Blackman, threw a pass, and I think we're going to have a pass interference call on that.
Oh, I see. There's the flag.
Yeah. So
I was looking for it there. I couldn't see it.
So that will give
interference on the defense. That's a 15.
Well, that'll
spot.
That'll get him a first down. And again, those penalties, that's helping Dothan High, hurting Opelika.
And Dothan helped Opelika a lot in the first half.
Oh,
I think they had 4 consecutive penalties. They started out inside the 5 and wound up outside the 20.
Yeah, and that's when the field goal was blocked in that possession.
They give it to Peterson, and he rolls forward for just a couple. We have a flag.
Ball start on the offense. 5-yard penalty from the previous spot.
Okay, so the penalties have started again.
3 plays, 4 or 5 plays, 2 penalties.
So it's a 1st and 15 for the Wolves.
Well, you hate to see it for both of these teams, but penalties might be why both of these teams have had 3 losses because of making mental mistakes.
Incomplete. They were trying to connect with number 2 for the Wolves, Jalen Corbett. So it brings up a 2nd and 15. For the Wolves.
Well, Dothan High does pass some, but their strength obviously is a running game.
Yes, they're passing enough tonight to keep them honest. They've had a couple of completions.
Well, they are stretching it down the field, but
Blackman spins and keeps it, and nothing there on the read option. So a 3rd and 14. They only gained a yard on that one. I tell you, that penalty put them behind the chains.
3rd and 15, 14.
9:47 left in the 3rd. We're tied at 7 apiece, and both of these teams need to win this game in order to stay in contention for the playoffs. And Dothan more so than Opelika. Dothan has to win and get some help. Dothan wants a timeout. So while we have timeout on the field, I want to once again remind you about our YouTube channel. Go to YouTube or just hold your phone up open your camera and hold your phone up to the screen right now, and it will take you straight to our YouTube channel, that QR code. But if not, go to Scenic Sports Network, and in the search column, just type that in on YouTube, Scenic Sports Network, and you will have access to almost 300 high school and some college games, junior college games, and football and basketball and some other sports over the past 20-plus years. And I've had a couple of dads that tell me their kids didn't believe they were good in football. Now they can go back and look at the games and and prove to them. But
I need to go on there and look and see if that game I called in Columbia about 10 or 15 years ago was on there. It was cold as ice out there.
I know.
It was a cold night.
Yeah. Fortunately, it's not too bad tonight.
Oh, it's perfect tonight. About 60 degrees. Perfect weather for football.
3rd and 15 for the Wolves. They give it to Peterson, and he gets back to about the original line of scrimmage.
Yeah.
But no more. So Dothan is going to have to punt on that first possession of the second half, and they really needed to take advantage of having the ball first.
Well, you're exactly right, but you may see that Opelika may have made some adjustments at halftime. And having seen Dothan's offensive scheme in the first half, and so I guess it looks like they did, because it was Not 3 and out, but almost 3 and out.
Back deep for Opelika is Miller. A good high
kick.
punt. And it takes a Dothan bounce down to the 21-yard line.
Excellent kick.
And that punt was by number 17 for Dothan. He put a foot in it, Adam Watford.
Right, with the roll by the 50-yard kick. Both of these punters have had good hang time.
Yes, they both have. You're right. So they are starting at almost identical starting field position. Dothan started at 21 and Opelika starting at their own 22. Incomplete. That pass was a little off the mark.
It was off the mark, but the receiver was open at just a simple little slant in and hit him at about 3 yards, 4 yards, and let the receiver take off and run.
So this is 2nd and 10. Hand the ball off to number 3, and he's hit almost immediately by number 38 for the Wolves. The running back was Miller, and the stop was made by White.
It was a good hit there. Picked up about 2 or 3 yards.
So it's going to bring up a 3rd and 7 for the Bulldogs.
Yeah, they've got receivers spread out all over the field.
It goes deep. Intercepted by Dothan. A great defensive back play by number 18 of the Wolves, TK Knight.
Yeah, what a great catch. That was really good. Both the receiver and the defender had gotten turned around. They were both kind of running backwards, and the defender is the one that caught it. Great play by Dothan defense there.
Wow.
That's what a team needs, is a turnover like that to get some momentum. We'll see what the offense can do here.
So Dothan will be starting after the Opelika turnover on their own 37-yard line. And they drive forward for a few yards.
They just ran straight up the middle that time, nothing fancy.
Gained about 3. Blackman leaves the game. I think his helmet came off. And to replace him is number 5, Peterson.
These guys are both of them are so good at just about interchangeable.
So it's a 2nd and 8 for the Wolves. We'll see if they can take advantage of the turnover. And tripped up at the line of scrimmage.
Yes, if he'd gotten past that one tackle, he could have gotten another 5 or 6 yards maybe.
That was Zach Walker on the carry, so it brings up a 3rd and 7. So Blackman's back into the game, also coming in number 12, Davis. This is a big 3rd down. This is Dothan's 2nd possession of the half.
There we go.
And there's Blackman. Boy, can he do it? Blackman is still going down to the 30-yard line.
There you go. Just finding that hole on the right side and cutting back and going against the grain back over toward the left side of the field.
Wow. We talked about Blackman. We've been talking about him all night. Matter of fact, I've been talking about him all season. He can make something. If you give him just a little space, he'll make a big play out of it, Bob.
Yeah, that is funny in the, as you point out in the program. Other people are listed as position, quarterback, running back, defensive line. He's listed as athlete.
Yeah. And that was probably, 30-plus yards on that run? Pretty close to it, wasn't it?
Yeah, about that. Where'd they end up? They ended up at the end, right at 30 yards.
Yeah. So it's a 1st and 10 for the Wolves at their own 30-yard line, and we see the Alabama State Band marching into the stadium.
Oh, they finally got here.
Yeah.
Yeah, we heard they had some cars. I had a wreck on the way up here.
Yeah, was involved in an accident.
Yeah, they're coming in over there. Yeah, down at the end of the field. Yeah. Right.
So it's a 1st and 10 for the Wolves. Davis in the backfield. They direct snap it to Peterson, and he's hit at the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, no gain on that.
So Opelika was ready for that play. They played it well defensively.
The high school football, you got to love it, man. The Opelika band going to town over there, cheering their team on.
So it's a 2nd and 10 for the Wolves. Into the game for the Wolves is number 19, Zach Walker. He's a pretty explosive player. Peterson left, he's an explosive player. We had a helmet off.
Yeah, somebody lost their helmet there. And he was able to
number, yeah, I think it was number 50.
He was able to throw it down there toward a receiver as he was going down.
56 had to leave the game because his helmet came off. That was Demarius Stanyard. So it's a 3rd and 10 for the Wolves. They had that one big play, Bob, and they haven't been able to do anything since. You know, whenever there's a turnover, you need to get points off turnovers.
Exactly.
That's how you win games.
That's right. Give your defense a boost.
5:38 left in the 3rd. And we had a penalty. And I think it's going to be against Dothan.
False start on the offense. That's a 5-yard penalty from the previous spot. Remains 3rd down.
So this has happened way too much tonight, Bob.
That's right. We've lost count a long time ago.
Yeah, way too much.
Unfortunately, I lost count, I think, on the first drive.
There have been absolutely too many yellow flags tonight.
3rd and 15 now from the 35-yard line. Looks like that ball was tipped at the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, Davis was hit as he threw the ball.
Yeah.
And then on that was number 46, Jacob Smith.
Well, are they going to punt? If you punt it into the end zone, you only gain a 15-yard difference. They're going to just try to go for it on 4th down.
I guess they figure like
roll the dice.
Why not? 4th and 15. They've got to give the quarterback a little more time, give it some protection. He goes deep. Oh! He was out of bounds. He threw it just a little too far. Yeah, it was out of bounds.
A little too far out.
Yeah, so
he was leading that outside shoulder just a little too much. One more yard back toward the left, back toward the inside. It was a reception.
So Dothan turned it over on downs. They've done that a couple of times tonight. So Opelika will be starting at the Dothan 30, at their own 35.
Yeah, at their own 35-yard line. It appears to me that the Opelika defense has made some adjustments at halftime, and except for that one 30-yard run, they have kind of closed off any big plays from Dothan High School there.
I don't see a flag, but there's a discussion going on. Let's see what the referee has to say.
This has been an interesting game. A lot of discussion going on. Here he goes. Maybe.
They saying it's against Opelika.
Oh, a Dothan High School player said that. Let's see if the referees give us an indication.
I have no idea, and I'm not going to even guess.
Yeah. There's been a lot of talking at this game.
Yeah. A good crowd out tonight.
Excellent, excellent home crowd here. The stands are pretty full. Got a good number of folks that came from Opelika, I guess.
Unsportsmanlike conduct on the defense.
So that's
a dead ball foul.
I'm assuming that was after the play anyway. That still goes over on downs. They start at the 20 instead of the 35.
Yeah, so Opelika will be starting on their own 20.
Well, both defenses have been more or less shutting down the offenses.
.5:23 left in the fourth. That was a good run that time by number 3, but Salter hung in there with them until they could take him down.
Well, I tell you, that was a great defensive play. That was a well-designed offensive play. That one Dothan High player stopped him long enough for the rest of the team to catch up.
That was Jamari Miller on the carry, but it was Salter just sticking with him until he could get some help.
Right.
It would have been a much bigger play, so it's a gain of 10, so it's a 1st and 10 from the 30. And another good gain of about 8. That was number 20, Ja'Cory Thornton.
Yeah, as soon as I say something about the defense is playing well, Opelika starts moving the ball.
And I tell you what, if I'm Dothan, I'll be looking for a pass here. They're starting to get that running game going, and they're going to try to get something over the top.
I'll tell you, they keep it on the ground, and they are moving it. It's about 6 yards there.
That's Thornton again. So now for a first down. So they moved it out near midfield. The ball's on their own 46-yard line. Just over 4 minutes left in the fourth, in the third, and we're tied at 7 apiece. They've been giving it to Thornton, and he's been racking up the yards, and he took a few Wolves with him for a gain of about 9.
Yeah. Yeah, who needs to throw the ball when you're just running it right down their throats?
I think they've brought in some fresh legs. I don't think Thornton played any in the first half, but he's come out the second half running. Ripping off 8, 9, 10 yards of carry.
Well, the Opelika offensive line is moving that defensive line back.
And he should have enough for a first down. He needed to get to the 41, so I
didn't have to get much, and I think he got enough.
Yeah, the 44. He needed to get to the 44. He did. They're going to Thornton again. He's
a chunk.
Yeah, he's a 5'10", 176-pound senior.
I'm going to guess it's all muscle too.
Looks like it. I wouldn't want to get in front of him. Back in now is number 6, Hughley, in at running back. And they give it to Hughley. He goes to the outside, and he stopped after a short gain.
About 2 or 3 yards there. The defense caught up with him, had a lot of maroon jerseys going over there to cut him down.
In on the stop for Dothan was number 28, Kendall Brewer. A gain of about 3, 2nd and 7. Dothan need to go and get them off the field. They haven't been behind the chain this whole drive except for the starting of this drive. They had a penalty, but they've been able to move it ever since.
And he's going again.
Yep, sure is. They are starting to run the ball. Hughley again, and it's another first down.
That was just nothing fancy, straight up the middle. And our guys pushed your guys out of the way, and our guy ran right over you.
Hughley stays in. Dothan didn't take advantage of the Opelika turnover. He goes deep and incomplete.
He did have his receiver open, but he couldn't quite hit him. Underthrew that one.
That was intended for Jamari Miller. So it brings up a 2nd and 10. We're down to 1:29 left in the third. Score still tied at 7 apiece. This is a must-win for the Wolves. Good open field tackle that time by Dothan.
That was very good defensive play. That was a interesting little pass there. The quarterback just did almost a little shovel pass to the receiver that was coming around there in front of him. But excellent defensive play there by the Wolves.
Number 23, Caden Cooper with the ball carry.
On the offense. Penalty for the foul. Replay, 2nd down.
That was a holding penalty on that play, so that will move them back 10 yards. Ball's back out to the 38-yard line.
Again, that's the same pattern of the first half, moving the ball and then hurting yourself with penalties, both teams.
So it brings up a 2nd and 18. Another flag.
Prior to the snap, false start on the offense. That's a 5-yard.
That's 15 yards back in 2 plays. That's
right. So now it should be 3rd and 23, or 2nd and 23. Have to get to the 20-yard line for first down.
And nothing doing there.
A bunch of Wolves in on that stop. Number 24 and number 3 and 11. 24 is Myers. And 3 is Corbett. And I believe 11 was in on that stop to Wilson. So it brings up a 3rd and 23.
They don't have to run a play here if they don't want to.
Yeah, it's about a 2-second differential between the.
I think they're just going to wait for the quarter to run out and they go over and huddle up.
Yeah. So we've come to the end of 3, and the score is the Dothan Wolves 7, the Opelika Bulldogs 7. We'll be back with 4-quarter action after this timeout. You're watching the Scenic Sports Network.
Your number 1 source for high school sports. You're watching the Scenic Sports Network.
How does the bank make you feel at home?
It's actually looking forward to going inside a bank again, where there's a unique feeling of hospitality that's hard to find today, anywhere. It's where they know my name and they know what I need. It's just different than any other bank. Oh, and they even know my favorite kind of cookie.
Yep, that's how.
Personal attention and unexpected hospitality from River Bank and Trust. Experience it.
Lewis Smith Supply is dedicated to offering a vast collection of fixtures, faucets, and accessories for your kitchen and bath. Make your dreams a reality. Step into the area's only Kohler Premier showroom or see Delta's Brizo collection for the latest trends in kitchen and bathroom designs. Lewis Smith Supply offers an extensive line of plumbing supplies for contractors or do-it-yourselfers. For more inspiration, come visit one of our showrooms in Dothan or Enterprise.
Your family's health is vitally important to all of us here at Center Drugs and Enterprise in Daleville.
We provide personal service and answers to your questions because you're our neighbors.
It's so easy to become overwhelmed by what you read, see, or hear, and that's why Center Drugs is here to make things clear for you
and to make things as easy as possible. So give us a call or come by and see us
at Center Drugs and Enterprise or in Daleville.
At Badcock Home Furniture and More, we're overflowing with sofas ready for delivery. So there was really only one thing to do. Have a super sofa sale! Hurry in to save up to 50% on stylish stationary sofas. Plus, save up to $1,000 on reclining sofas. And up to $900 on leather power sofas. All with no credit needed. Don't miss the super sofa sale happening now. Only at Badcock Home Furniture and More. Just right.
At Enterprise Paint and Industrial, we carry a full line of Benjamin Moore paints, along with automotive paints and accessories by Sherwin-Williams and Pro Spray. You will find a great selection of power tools by Makita and many name brand air tools, accessories, woodworking equipment, and hardware. We are your factory authorized service center and full line repair shop for your electrical and air tools. Newly remodeled, locally owned and operated, Enterprise Paint and Industrial, more than a paint store.
Hello and welcome back to Riphew Stadium, where the Dothan Wolves are hosting the Opelika Bulldogs, and we're tied at 7 apiece. I'm Nick Kirkland along with Bob Gross. As we get ready, Bob, we're getting down to the wire now.
That's right, still 7-7. Somebody's going to break out here. Opelika was marching down the field, and they got some penalties and backed themselves up. We'll see what goes on now.
The 3rd and 22 for the Bulldogs.
12 minutes of football left to figure out who's going to win this.
Sack!
And down he goes.
Big play by the Wolves. In on that stop was number 24 and number 3. We've called that. Number 3 is Salter. He's made some big plays, and number 24 has made another big play, Myers. We've called his names a couple of times on this drive.
Well, thanks to a 10-yard penalty, a 5-yard penalty, and about a 10-yard sack, it's about 4th and 3/4 of a mile.
Yeah, and I tell you what, if they get the ball in Blackman, I tell you, I would not let him touch the ball.
Yeah, maybe we'll get lucky and he'll get a hold of it. We'll see. Have some excitement here. This young man has been kicking excellent tonight.
And it takes a Opelika bounce. So Opelika has to punt, and Dothan will be starting
at the 23-yard line.
At their own 23, yeah.
Yeah, we'll see.
With 11:03 left in the 4th. The crowd is starting to get loud, and Bob, defensively, they've done a lot better since the early stages of the game.
Yeah, it's only that first drive did they look completely out of it. Now this past drive, they let them drive down there about 5 plays in a row with running, but again, Opelika hurt themselves with the penalties, and Dothan High has another chance here.
Carter Davis in at quarterback. He hands it off to Peterson, and Peterson is hit behind the line of scrimmage.
Yep. Yeah, Opelika got through the line. They dropped it for a loss.
That was a big hit that time by number 40 for Opelika. Number 40 is Andre Smiley. That's a loss of about 4. So it brings up 2nd and 14 for the Wolves.
Well, Opelika was ready for him this time and coming around the right side of the line and nowhere to go.
Yeah, so not much there. They may have picked up a yard, but it brings up 3rd and 11.
Opelika made some good adjustments at halftime and since halftime, and Dothan High's had only that one 30-yard run. Everything else has been pretty well shut down.
Ball's on the 17-yard line.
They spread out 5 receivers this time.
Davis keeps it, and he goes forward, and he's going to be short of the first down. He's knocked down at about the 25.
Well, it was close. He almost got through there and picked up a first down, but he's about 2 or 3 yards short.
And Dothan's going to try to catch him off guard and try to get another illegal participation call on him.
Yeah.
But they'll punt it. So if it's 4th down, you punt. You that deep in your own territory, and your defense is playing pretty well. You want to just go and punt it and give them a long field.
Exactly. 9:20 left in the game.
Yeah, and we're tied at 7 apiece, and I want to tell you about our YouTube channel while we have a break in action. Either just hold your phone camera up to the screen right now and hit the QR code, and it will take you straight to the Scenic Sports Network on YouTube, or you can go to YouTube and in the search bar type in Scenic Sports Network. We have almost 300 high school sports games of football, basketball, and other sports over the last 20 plus years. So go and make sure you hit the subscribe button and notification, and like us too.
A lot of fun stuff on that channel.
Oh yes. A high punt, not a very long punt, but it takes a Dothan bounce. Wow, it takes a great Dothan bounce inside the 30 to about the 28-yard line.
That was about a 20-yard roll. Well, I tell you what, this is a great atmosphere, man. We got 3 bands, man. That's an Alabama State band over there playing for us now.
Oh, okay.
You see them up there, buddy.
Oh, yeah.
They're blasting it out.
They are.
What a great atmosphere for high school football.
It really is, Bob. Last year they had Tuskegee University band to play. And so let's see, we're at the 27.
All right. Let's see if the defense can hold on again here.
And a pitch out. That was over to number 9. Not much there.
2 yards, 3 yards.
That was,
they pursued that very well.
That was Holloway. He picks up maybe 2.
You know, this is the time of the game where the defensive linemen begin to get winded. That's a lot of running and chasing the ball carrier.
So it's a 2nd and 8. Big number 6. Well, it's coming back. Yeah, their flags at about the 40-yard line.
Got some holding going on there.
Yeah, I believe so.
Well, it was a good play. Once again, they have penalized themselves. That was about a 70-yard touchdown run that's going to be called back part of the way anyway.
I tell you what, Hughley is fast. He's a low, but he can move too.
But you're not kidding. He looked like an Olympic sprinter going down through there.
We'll listen for the official call.
Oh, what? I see a flag way back at the line of scrimmage. I didn't even see that one.
Yeah.
That's coming way back.
Holding on the offense. That's a 10-yard penalty from the spot of the foul. Replay, second down.
Boy, that band sounds good, Bob.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Alabama State Band.
Wow. Man, that makes you want to stick around for the post-game show.
Yeah. So the ball is returns, though. That nullifies a second touchdown tonight for.
That's right. They took their penalties have taken 2 touchdowns off the board for them.
Yep, so.
Like that young man motored down the road.
Yeah, once he got through that line, he was gone. So 8:19 left in the fourth, and we're tied at 7 apiece. And neither team has been able to pull away. Dothan got into the red zone, I think, 4 times in the first half, and scored only 7 points. And one of the times they was on the 3-yard line, but penalty after penalty after penalty pushed them back, and then
they had the field goal blocked.
Yeah, had a blocked field goal, and so they've settled down a little bit, but they just got to keep the pressure on Opelika.
Well, they have settled down way too much here in the second half. They've had that one 30-yard run, but other than that, they have not moved the ball too much in the second half.
I think they've kind of changed things up to try to mix it up, because I think Opelika knows if Davis is not in, it's going to be a run. So they put Davis in more to try to pass it, or keep him on it. So it's a 2nd and 14. The ball back at the 24-yard line. Yeah, it does sound like a college game here.
Man. It's like a battle of the bands.
Yeah, it does.
Hey, let's see if we can get a shot of that Alabama State band up there. Man, they ain't going to it.
Yeah,
sounds great.
Yeah, they're going to do a performance after the game, a post-game performance.
That'd be fun, like a little concert, marching band concert.
Yeah.
You know, I had a lot of friends in the band in college, Mitt, and they were all the time saying, it was so nice of the football team to come out and play a football game on both sides of a band concert,
Hey, that's the way band members talk. That everybody's there for the band, and football is just entertaining them between the band's performances.
That's something else to do.
Yeah. So I don't know what the delay is here, but
I don't either. Now, maybe at the Mississippi State graduate Mitt.
Yeah.
I have to admit over the years that the band was a lot better than the team on occasion.
Yeah. Yeah. They're doing good this year, Bob.
Yeah, that quarterback Will Rogers, boy, he set a record for completions in the SEC.
Oh,
now,
wow.
He did not set the record for yardage, but the number of completions. Of course, Mike Leach has got him throwing short passes, a lot of them behind the line of scrimmage, but he has completed more passes than any quarterback in SEC history.
That's pretty amazing considering how many.
Yeah. Anyway, so we'll see how they do. They play Alabama tomorrow,
Yeah. It's going to be interesting. Alabama struggled this year, and
they're still having a conversation over there. I guess they're talking to the coach. I don't know what they're talking about. They've been talking a long time.
Maybe we need to start micing the ref. Put a ref camera on and a ref scenic mic.
There you go. All right.
Okay.
We'll see what Opelika can do here. Well, they won't just run down the field again. They just ran 70 yards and had it called back.
Most of the time on plays like that, not much that time. That was number 14 on the carry. That was Mackay Simpson.
He danced around in the backfield and got a yard or two.
He was stopped by Lowe, Mikael Lowe of Dothan. So it's 3rd and about 11. He goes deep. He couldn't decide who he wanted to throw the ball to that time.
Yeah, I'm not sure exactly which of his receivers he was trying to get to.
Good coverage by the Dothan defensive backs.
Well, and again, self-destruction here. 70-yard touchdown called back with a holding call. And now they're punting. 7.5 minutes left in the game.
Dothan's punt returners are about midfield. Punt. And it takes a good Opelika roll.
Yeah,
down to the 25-yard line.
Both teams been, instead of fielding it, they've been letting it get away from them.
So Dothan has 75 yards to go in 7 minutes and 18 seconds to try to get it done.
Well, they can certainly do it, but Opelika seems to have found the key to shutting them down in the second half.
They've got to mix it up a little bit more.
We'll see what they can do. Maybe some misdirections, some reverses. Cut back against all that quick pursuit.
In the backfield is Blackman keeps it. He's following Blackman. He cuts back over down to the 40-yard line.
Oh, I tell you, he tricked the cameraman. This cameraman was following the wrong player.
That was about 35 yards on that.
Right, yeah. Excellent run.
So it's a 1st and 10 at the Opelika 40-yard line after the big run by Blackman. And that time they give it to Sight Walker. Not much there. He picked up a couple of yards.
6:39 left in the game.
So they're going to give him a gain of 1, 2nd and 9. Ball's on the 38-yard line. Blackman.
And what is this?
I guess a uniform.
They got two players with the same number or something like that?
No. I think I don't know if the shirt tail was out or what, but they so we had to leave the game for one play.
Okay, whatever you say. That was new to me.
Davis. A direct snap to Peterson. Peterson goes up the middle, and he's near the 30-yard line. He's going to be short of a first down by a couple.
Right. But that was good, a quick hit straight up the middle. Good push that time by the offensive line.
So it brings up a 3rd and 2, and this is 4-down territory.
Obviously.
Blackman back in. They give it to Peterson. He weaves his way through, and he should have enough for the first down.
He should have a yard beyond the first down marker, I would think.
Yes, it's forward progress.
Like they have spotted it for a first down there.
Yeah.
5:22 left in the game. Dothan has a chance to move it on down there. somebody's getting up slowly there, one of the offensive linemen.
Well, Bob, the boo you're hearing, it's not, they're not booing. That's the wolf call.
Oh. There we go.
So it's at 1st and 10 at the 29-yard line of Opelika. I tell you, nowhere to go that time for Blackman.
He tried to dance. He tried to go inside, tried to cut it outside. No good pursuit. Ball Opelika, nowhere to go.
Loss of a couple. We're down to 4:47 left.
Yeah, clock still running on the running plays.
And that was a loss of about 2, so it brings up a 2nd and 12.
That Opelika defensive line, there's some big guys out there.
Blackman and Peterson in the backfield. And Dothan wants a timeout. I tell you what, Opelika was stacking the line on that, Bob.
Yeah.
Right in the middle. They were expecting something in the middle. So I think Dothan decided they are going to call a timeout and try to come up with a play. So with 4:22 left in the fourth, we're tied at 7 apiece between Dothan and Opelika. You're watching the Scenic Sports Network. So Dothan has a 2nd and 12, the ball at about the 31-yard line. They need to do something here. Blackman and Thomas in the backfield. It was a high snap. And Blackman fumbles, but I think Dothan recovered. Oh, they're going to say it's Opelika's ball. That was kind of a high snap. Wow.
Well, that's, again, hurting yourself with penalties, turnovers. Well, Opelika got 4 minutes. Dothan had a chance. They were at the 29, and they were rolling pretty well. But it was a high snap that caused that play to go sideways.
Yeah.
He had to leap way up to get it. By the time he came down, they were chasing him.
Mistakes. So Opelika gets the ball at the 36-yard line.
They got 5 receivers, three left, 2 right.
And that time, Cooper kept it.
Came around the end out here.
He picks up about 5. Wow, Dothan has had some opportunities tonight, and they have not taken advantage of them.
Well, the defense has to stiffen up here, get the ball back.
Cooper, he should have enough for Opelika first down.
Right.
The clock will stop momentarily.
4 minutes.
Just under 4 minutes. Caden Cooper is calling the signals. And he gives him.
Well, there you go. Excellent play out there by the Dothan High player to chase him down, turn him back inside, because he had a lot of room to go.
Good open field tackle that time. I think that was number 38. Was it 38?
I thought that. Well, I couldn't see. That was an excellent play.
I'm trying to get his number so we can give him a little credit here.
Spread out again all over the field.
Opelika's fumbles the snap. And so it's
unfortunately, it bounced right back up to him, so they didn't lose. Actually, they gained a yard.
Yeah, that was number 38 on that previous play, Bob, and that is White.
All right, 2.5 minutes to go here. 2:50.
3rd and 8. Wow, it's getting close. Dothan needs to make a stop here.
You sure do. If they want to have a chance.
They drop back. Intercepted.
And it's intercepted.
Yes.
You're right at the 43-yard line. What a play.
That was Kevion Jury with the interception.
Oh, man, he got a great jump on that ball, cut in front of the receiver, and snatched it right out of his hands. That was a theft. Maybe that'll get the offense rolling and get them going down there. There we go.
So Dothan gets the ball back. They're on 42.
2 minutes, 27 seconds to go.
All right, do your 2-minute drill. That's Blackman.
Whoa!
Blackman.
Whoa! Go, 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 go!
Blackman. But we have a flag over here. We have a flag on the left-hand side over by the Dothan bench. I thought I saw a flag.
Well, I don't see one. I don't see one, Mitt.
Well, I thought I saw something over the sideline there, right in front of Dothan's bench. They may have.
I can't see. They got all the he got all the strobe lights going on here. I don't know. Man, the referees are talking, so it may be something. I don't see it.
That was 57 yards by Blackman.
Oh, what an exciting run. I don't see the flag, but they're talking about something out there.
Well, I thought I saw something.
Like there's something out there. Looks like a kicking tee out there on the 40-yard line or something.
We'll find out shortly. This is a wait and see.
Well, that took 15 seconds. 2 minutes and 12 seconds left in the game. We'll see what's going on here. I still don't see a flag, but there may be one laying over there in front of the bench we can't see.
Or maybe he stepped out of bounds. He may have thrown the flag where
he wasn't.
Well, no, he wasn't out of bounds. He was in the middle of the field.
Right.
I don't know what it is.
Yeah, I don't know what this is. This has been the most interesting game for that kind of stuff. The defensive team is way up here on the 10-yard line. They're not.
Okay,
finally a touchdown.
Sideline warning.
Sideline warning.
On the offense.
Sideline warning on
That's a
offense.
5-yard penalty. It will be assessed on the kickoff.
Oh,
okay, I saw a flag, and that's what it was, a sideline warning. You get two.
Okay.
That was the first one, so that was a 57-yard.
Wow, what a run that was. Wow. You're right.
I told you get the ball in Blackman's hands. he makes things happen. Bob, you better be contacting Mississippi State.
That's right. I need to call Mike Leach first thing in the morning. Well, I better wait till after they beat Alabama, huh?
Well, I don't know about that now.
Oh, boy. Yeah, miracles happen every day.
They do. Here's the extra point attempt. Up. And it's good.
Good, okay.
So Dothan goes up 14-7 with 2:14 left.
Wow, okay. Well, there we go.
This has been an interesting game.
Yeah, it has been exciting. A lot of back and forth, lots of penalties.
And a lot of time left. We got 2 minutes and 14 seconds. So
Opelika can score in a hurry with that passing game they've got.
Yes, they can. So Dothan defense need to step up and
passing game or running game. They had a 70-yard run called back and about a 55, 60-yard pass called back. So we'll see. Wow.
It's been a really exciting game tonight.
Yeah, I'm not going to have any energy left to sit right here and watch Alabama State after the game, you know. I hope you ordered a pizza already. That concession stand's going to be closed by the time we get down here.
So Dothan will be kicking off. Like I said, Dothan has to win this game.
Yeah, if they want to have
I would kick it. I would kick it all the way. Don't try an onside kick. Make them go the entire length of the field.
Right. Yeah. We'll see. Wow, that was a better kick this time.
And it's taken by big number 6. And he's still on his feet. But he's taken down.
Stopped him down there, around the 20 or something. All right, they got about 2 minutes left to go, and let's see what Opelika can do here.
2:05 left. And Opelika has the ball on their own 20. So they have 80 yards to go. I think this game is really giving the fans some entertainment tonight.
Oh, man. This is just what football is all about. A lot of fun, a lot of excitement.
And I'm going to tell you, Opelika is going to try to go downfield.
Yeah, they're spread out across the field here.
Incomplete.
I think he must have been hit as he was throwing that one.
I think so. I think that was number.
That ball didn't go very far at all.
Number 45 was in. That's low.
Right.
So
yeah, I think his receiver was another 15 yards down the field, but that ball fell way short, so he must have been hit as he threw the ball.
So it's a 2nd and 10. 1:58 left in the 4th.
There we go.
But they call a flag. I don't know if they're going to call a face mask. It didn't look like it. Looked like just a good hit to me.
I don't see the flag.
Yeah, there's a flag at the 20.
There it is. They're going to say they grabbed him around the neck or something like that.
He waved it off. Holding.
Oh.
That penalty is declined.
I don't know. I take it. I'd take the holding penalty, push him on back.
Well, it's 3rd down now.
Well, it doesn't matter. Just make it 18 yards to go instead of 8.
And yeah, you got a point there.
I'd take it. But anyway, nobody asked me. That's why I get paid the big bucks up here.
So it's a 3rd.
All right, spread out across the field again, Mitt.
And they're going to go for it if they don't get it on 4th down.
They don't have any choice. So.
Screen pass. And they get the 1st down.
Yep.
Over to a screen pass over to Hughley.
Yep, plenty of time left on the clock. That was an excellent screen pass set up just right.
Give it to Hughley. And he drives forward for about 4
or 5 yards, right?
Yeah. I think it's going to be 5.
They're going to have to keep, they are losing some time there. The clock's running, 1:20 to go.
2nd and 5. Screen.
Downfield.
Intercepted, almost intercepted. I tell you what, the Opelika receiver had to play defense on that one.
Yeah, he did. I thought sure that Dothan High defensive back had it, but
yeah, the Opelika player
had to knock that one out of his hand.
Yeah, sure did. That was Jordan Carver knocking it away.
1 minute to go. But as you just saw, that quarterback has an arm. He can throw it down there.
So it's a 3rd and 5, and we're definitely 4-down territory. They still have 2 good defensive plays at time. I'll tell you what, number 7 has stepped up tonight, Tevion Drury.
Well, I was looking to see if there was a penalty flag because there was some contact, but that was a good play.
Yeah, it was a good play. So it's a 4th down, a 4th and 6, 56 seconds left in the 4th. Dothan's leading 14-7. If they can stop him here, Bob, this one's in the history book.
Yep, so does it end here for Opelika, or do they keep going? We'll see here.
Incomplete.
Oh, there we go.
Oh, they call a flag.
Interference.
Yeah, I don't know about that, Bob. I don't know about that.
Yeah.
Well, so, but hey, we'll see what the call is.
Now, I'm sure it's interference at that point. That'll give them an automatic first down. So,
yeah.
Plus, it'll be a first down in with only 5 yards to go. So, all right. Opelika still has live 49 seconds to go on the 44-yard line. What's you going to be your call, Coach Mitt?
Boy, they got bailed out of that one, Bob.
Yeah, well, they did.
Swing pass.
There we go.
And a good defensive play.
They did.
Dothan players down. That's number 11 who made this stop. Wilson, and I think he may have a cramp or something. Yeah.
Well, the player did get out of bounds and stop the clock.
Yeah, they still have 2 timeouts. Opelika still has
a lot of time left here.
2 timeouts left, and
41 seconds, 2 timeouts.
That was a big loss on that play. Loss of about 9.
Yeah.
So it's a 2nd and 19.
Here he goes.
Incomplete.
Boy, that was close.
It was.
He was open by 1 step. He had 1 step on the defender, and that ball was just about 1 yard out of his reach. That would have been a fabulous catch.
So we're down to 31 seconds left, and it's a 3rd and 19.
That quarterback has an arm.
And Opelika wants to take a timeout. They're down to 1 timeout with 31 seconds left here in the 4th. And Bob, any thoughts so far of what we've seen tonight?
Well, nothing but fun. High school football at its best. You got 2 teams that are fighting to stay in the playoffs, to keep their playoff hopes alive. And, you know, if they don't make it, they've had a good fight here tonight. So going down to the wire, both teams made plenty of mistakes to help the other team out. Both teams could have about 2 or 3 more touchdowns than what they have.
Right, and we talked about Dothan got in the red zone 4 times and came up with just 7 points out of 4 trips to the red zone.
Half,
yeah.
Right.
And so they should have at least gotten some points out of those.
Right, they should have. But they are. But then again, at the same time, Opelika had 2 touchdowns called back on penalties.
Yeah, you're right.
So everybody's been hurting themselves. So here, what is this? 3rd down and 19.
Yeah, 3rd and 19. The ball's at the Opelika 48-yard line.
And he's got the good arm. Here it comes. And he can run the faster. He's going.
They flag. That was a clean hit.
Well, it's hard to tell from here if he was out of bounds by 1 step.
He wasn't. He wasn't. But you just have to back off on stuff like that.
Well, you know, they're playing full speed. That seems a little chintzy to me.
Flag on the field.
Boy, I tell you,
that's
they've had 2 big penalties on this.
That's going to move it down to the 30-yard line about. So
I'm not sure on that one, Bob. The guy was still running.
Well, yeah, he was.
He was. You know, he could have cut back in, so I'm not sure on that one. But they're in great field position now with 20 seconds left. And
1 timeout and first down. You got a quarterback with arm strength. This is when you want your defensive front line to get back there and get a sack.
Yeah, we need a big play here They're down to one timeout. Good tackle. That was number 38 on the stop for Dothan. That was White.
And they called timeout.
Jason White.
I guess they took the last timeout.
Yeah, this is their last timeout in the second. And about
11 seconds in the game.
13
seconds in the game.
Wow.
So,
this could very well be the last play of the game.
Well,
because you think about it, they don't have another timeout.
Well, they're going to.
They'll pass.
Obviously, they'll throw the ball. So, yeah. So they, in the throwing the ball, they can get in two plays easily if they had to.
Yeah.
So, but it could be the last play, but you never know.
Let's hope it's over and Dothan wins. We need this win to keep our playoff hopes alive, and it's going to take this win, and they'll.
A lot of help from other people.
They're going to need some help, and that's why you have to determine your own fate.
Yeah. Well, you have to hand it to the Opelika offensive line. They protected the quarterback very well last play.
Yeah.
Gave him lots of time. He hit the running back on a crossing route, and that was perfect. Here we go. And there he goes. Oh,
incomplete.
Oh,
wow.
He should have had it.
But that happened because Dothan put a lot of pressure on the quarterback.
Well, they did, but that young man, that ball went through his hands. I know he wants that one back.
Yeah, so.
He could have caught that one, and that would have been a touchdown.
This is, 9 seconds.
Well, I did take 4 seconds. I thought that took longer than 4 seconds.
I thought it was down to 6 seconds.
Yeah, I'm not sure what's happening there. How does
it was the clock was down to 6 seconds.
I don't know about that. Yeah, I thought it was down to 8. Anyway, well, we'll see.
Yeah. A flag.
Oh, no.
I think it's going to be intentional grounding because there wasn't anybody there and he was still in the pocket. I think it's intentional grounding, Bob. It wasn't.
Unless they're calling it for a face mask.
No. He threw the ball and wasn't anybody there. Well, Dothan is pointing at Opelika.
Well, if he didn't go down and it was intentional grounding,
it's a loss of down.
Right, but that would mean they still have the ball.
No, let's see.
It's only 3rd down.
Yeah.
So they would be 4th down. They might get and it would just be down at the point of the infraction. So that means they still have one more play if that's the case. I thought sure he was going down. And how could there be 1 second left on that clock?
Yeah, he was sacked. Let's see what the official says.
It's either an incomplete pass or intentional grounding. They still got the ball one last time. They put 2 more seconds back on the clock. What is this? That has happened 2 or 3 times. Where did that come from?
Intentional grounding, 4th down.
But where did those 3? It doesn't matter. 1 second, 3 seconds, doesn't matter. But
get ready. Oh, he hadn't picked up the flag yet. They're not ready for play. I think Dothan calls a timeout.
I don't understand why those extra seconds keep on piling up there.
Yeah.
Seems to me like time should have run out.
Yeah.
Right, it was down from.
It was down to 1 second, wasn't it? A minute.
It was. It was down to 6 seconds, so he put it back to 9. So I don't know. It's a good thing that we are unbiased commentators, huh? I don't understand that at all. We need to go have a conversation with the clock keeper, see what all that was about. I can only assume that the referee told him to put some time back on the clock.
So this is We thought that would have been the final play of the game, but
how did he get rid of that ball?
4th down. Yeah, it should have been, time should have run out.
I think so. Seems strange to me. All right, here we go. All the marble.
Intercepted by Dothan. It's over, baby. It is over. It is over. The Wolves pull it out. 14-7. And they did it big. They scored with 2 minutes and 14 seconds left in the 4th. They were tied up, Bob. And I tell you what, we talked about players. In the beginning of the game, I talked about number 0, Raymond Blackman.
Right.
And
he was the difference maker.
He was a difference maker all night. He's been a difference maker all season.
Wow.
So let me kind of recap here, Bob. It was a must-win for Dothan.
You're right.
And I think Opelika's still in it, if I read correctly. Let's see if I can find out. But anyway, we can recap the scoring.
Well, part of the scoring you got to recap is the scoring that was taken off the board for Opelika.
It was more
a long
taken
pass
off than
and
put
a
on.
long run that they had 2 touchdowns taken off. Otherwise, they would have been ahead.
Okay, here we go. Now, Opelika scored first on a 35-yard TD run by Cooper with 8:09 left in the first to make it 7-0. Opelika led 7-0 at the end of 1. Dothan scored on a 2-yard run by Blackman with 9 seconds left in the first half. And it's tied up at 7 apiece. And it stayed that way to 2:14 left in the 4th when Blackman broke a 57-yard run for a touchdown. And Dothan held on to the lead 14-7, and they win at 14-7. It was fun tonight, Bob.
It was fun. And the strange scoreboard made it more interesting. The fact that the time seemed to keep going up.
Yeah.
So wow, what a great game. It's always good to see the 2 teams out there shaking hands after the game's over. And it's just a game. So it's all said and done.
Okay, here's what's got to happen in order for Dothan to make it the playoff. If Dothan wins out, they would need help from either Prattville losing both games or Enterprise and losing a game. So that's where we are. Dothan goes to 6 and 4. Let's see. They were. Let me look and get my information here. They go to 6 and 3. 6 and 3. The Wolves go to. They were 5 and 3, so now they are 6 and 3. Congratulations going out to Coach Kennedy and his staff. It was a battle tonight, but Dothan was able to pull it out 14-7 over the Opelika Bulldogs, who put up a good fight.
They certainly did. Both teams played well at times, and both teams shot themselves in the foot at times, and Dothan managed to pull it out and come out on top.
And so this is our last Dothan game of the year, and we like to take time to thank our sponsors for sponsoring these football games for the year. Ms. Carolyn Smith over at Lewis Smith Supply. We want to thank Enterprise Paint and Industrial. We also want to thank Center Drugs of Enterprise in Daleville, Badcock Furniture of Enterprise in Elba. Also want to Briars Warren Drugs of Enterprise. And did I leave somebody off? I think I got everybody. Let me thank you. Oh, Riverbank of Dothan Enterprise.
Appreciate the sponsors that keep high school football out in front of people.
Right, and thank you for sponsoring these games on the Scenic Sports Network. On behalf of Bob Rose, this is Mr. Kirkland saying good night, and we'll have the band coming up.
your #1 source for high school sports. You're watching the Scenic Sports Network.